Guys, what's up? PipSnipers here, back for another update. Let's take a look at FLR over here on the 3-day time frame. And what we have going all the way back to 2021 is a 5-wave move to the downside for your A or your wave 1. Come up for an ABC for your B or 2, and then come down in another 5-wave move for your C or 3. And within the 5th wave of that C wave or your 3rd wave, we have what's called an ending diagonal, which we are oscillating in from Jan 2023 down to October 2023. And then we finally had the breakout to the upside with the 5th wave coming towards the 1.236% extension for an extension of the 5th wave, okay, of your first wave to the upside. So you see how we had a wave 5 extension here up towards the 1.236, 1.382, came down in, so we topped out in February a little bit after Bitcoin put in its local top, and then we came down for a B wave or your wave 2 towards the 78.6% fib, and we slightly see that the RSI is turning up here from oversold territory. When we even take a look here at the MACD, we do see that we're slightly turning up positive towards the 0 line here. You can see that we do have that MACD cross, and I do expect it to make its way up there towards the 0 line. When we go ahead and take a look at the stock RSI, we do see that we are very oversold here on the weekly time frame. You see how we're at the lows here on the stock, and then even on the weekly MACD, we have the histogram turning up towards the 0 line. So this is we're likely going to see that weekly cross, but we definitely need more price action to play out first, but I have no doubt that it's going to turn up from here because we are on the 78.6% fib. And remember what I said in all my previous videos: if the market, especially in the crypto market, doesn't see a reversal at the 702, then it's likely will come down towards the 786 and then see the reversal from there. And that's exactly what we did over here. You can see that we were on the 702 here. Right, we were on the 702 here, and then we lost it and then came down to the 786. Okay, so I do expect a move up to this breaker block here sitting at around 26 to 29 cent. You can see we used it as support over here, in January 2022, 2021, and then wouldn't surprise me now we come back up to retap it as resistance. Okay, so this 26 to 30 cent region will be a lot of resistance, and it wouldn't be a bad idea to take profit around there, right? So these over here would be the trend-based fibs. So from 13 cent, 21 cent, and 29 cent is where you would want to be laddering out, not financial advice, because this over here could be a C wave, right? And then you come down like that. But this is also acting as our trendline liquidity. So you see how many times we tap this trend line, but fail to get above it. So we have liquidity resting above it. So it wouldn't surprise me that we go ahead and breach this trend line. So we would come up towards the 50% at around 12 to 13 cent. Wouldn't be a bad idea to TP there, maybe partially. We'll likely see a little bit of a decline, a partial decline before going up to finally take out that trend line liquidity, sitting at 26 to 29 cent. Okay, and of course there's always a possibility that the structure is a little bit more impulsive rather than corrective. So in that case, it would come down for a decline for your wave 4, maybe 23.6% of the way down, and then come up for your wave 5 to make a double top like formation, sitting at around 66 cent to $1.17. That would be the most optimistic scenario. And this does look like a W-shaped recovery, right? And it could be a possible V-shaped recovery over here. You see how we're recovering here? So it's looking good so far on FLR. Okay, and we're also on the 786. Okay. Worst case scenario, it comes down to the 886 sitting at 10 cent. But so far it is looking good here, and you definitely want to look to take some profits at this breaker. at 26 to 29 cent. Let's go ahead and take a look at Songbird over here. And now Songbird is struggling a little in comparison to Flare. What we see over here is a bearish head and shoulders pattern, right? So we don't really have much history to go off of, right? We just see a downtrend. And then what we see over here is your left shoulder, head, and then your right shoulder, and we're below the neckline, okay? Worst case scenario, we come back down to these lows sitting at 0.004. So in order for me to flip back bullish on Songbird, I want to see a reclaim above this neckline sitting at 0.009. What we can actually do is take a look at Songbird here on the CoinTrader Pro chart and see if we're missing any historical data. And we could actually have an ABC up here, right? So this over here would be our wave 1, 2. This would be your 3, 4, and then you have a ending diagonal within the 5th wave. This over here would be your A wave up, your A, B, C in a flat pattern before having a C wave to the upside. And these over here would be the targets for that C wave, okay? So these over here would be all the targets. And wouldn't be a bad idea to scale out at these targets. All right. Okay, and let's make sure let's make sure all of these targets are accounted for. And what we can actually do is take a fib from this high down to the low here. And we would want to take a look at the 50% fib and the 38.2% fib for starters. And that would be sitting right at the 100% fib extension and the 1.382 extension when we use our trend-based fib. Okay, so we'll first take a look at the 38.2 to 50% fib for starters, right? We don't want to get too ahead of ourselves, and you don't want to sustain any false expectations. So first, we would need to come up here. So you can see here that if we take a fib from this low over here up to this high, we are right on the 70.2% fib. You guys see that? How we're perfectly on the 702. If we were to just extend these fibs over here, you see that? How we're on the 702 here. So it's likely gonna see a move up with the rest of the XRP ecosystem, but I don't think it'll be a sustained move. Let's take a look here. Okay, it will look something like this, right? And then this over here would be your wave 1, and then this is your A, B, C for your wave 2. Okay, so 0.028 to 0.052 would be that C wave target. Okay, which would be sitting at the 100% fib all the way up to the 1.382 extension. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to let me know. Before I go, I want to just show you the little bit more optimistic scenario on Flare. The more optimistic scenario on Flare would be that we come up towards the higher fibs, right? But definitely don't bet the farm on that. You wanna lock in profits early, right? 38.2 and 50% fib would be the main target for Songbird. We can have a true V-shaped recovery, and a true V-shaped recovery would mean that we come up to the 618-702 area, maybe even the 786, but that's definitely not guaranteed. You want to look to TP at the fibs before that. Let's go back to Flare here. Let's go back to Flare here before I end the video. And yeah, this is Flare. Everything is looking good here. So as long as Bitcoin holds up and the stock market is doing good and XRP is on the up, then we should be good here for Flare and Songbird. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to let me know. Peace out and take it easy. See you in the next one.